The following program is a production of Hōʻike Kauaʻi Community Media.
Hi, I'm Councilmember Felicia Cowden, happy to give you your council meeting update, and today's date is July 31st. And so we had a number of different items on there. I think one of the ones that got the highest focus that I think is really important was an update from our emergency management agency. We went through a good number of elements of how we are improving since the Lahaina time period. We're actually, doing an awesome job. We've had 3 very scary fires and a couple more smaller fires, but all in close succession that really was able to help us demonstrate the strengths that we have in working with the private sector, private landowners, the base, the state, all the different elements. So we've been doing a good job. We got a review of the number of different items, probably too long to list in this short version here, but you can watch channel 53 and hear the whole piece. But our emergency management group has been working very hard, very well, and we are looking forward to working with communities and more private landowners on how to improve and strengthen where we're at. I would say if there's some high points, is the real obvious need for evacuation routes. A number of us mentioned the existence of the old plantation cane haul roads. Those are opportunities that we really need to explore to make sure that we can have the inward and upward and around problems so that we don't struggle too hard. Another piece that came up is we're just about to go into our highest hurricane and storm season for August and September. Definitely something that was brought up is the need for resilient high wind structures. So that's something that we have to be able to figure out how we prioritize. So that was a big portion of our morning, but we also had a number of housekeeping pieces where we're just double checking on how our money's being spent, what's being purchased, different elements like that. Again, getting more grants and continuing our funding for our 911 dispatch and our equipment, as well as our Safe Routes to School programs. Big shout outs to our departments for getting federal funding. We also had violence against women, continued funding. And something that we're going to need to engage the community to some degree is that the states passed a statute where the building codes is now going to be handled more by the counties than the state, which I think is a good thing, basically, because there's a lot of differences. The Big Island has the volcano, Maui has high winds, very different design, different needs. But so as we are moving our building codes to being under the purview of the counties, we have to be careful that it will be easy to administer and easy to understand and not cause hiccups amongst our contractors and builders. Oh, another thing that we did that I'm very happy about is we did complete our agreement to fund the purchase of 2 parcels right there in Hanapepe, basically across from the Hongwanji, next to Kauaʻi and Salty Wahine. We're buying that land to make it be a park. We're using open space dollars, and that will be a park that celebrates, or I should say commemorates, a tragedy that happened 100 years ago almost. This will be in September, when we had 16 of our sugar workers die and 4 of our sheriff deputies pass away as There was an effort underway largely by the Filipino community to create the unions, and the ILWU 142 eventually was the outcome of that. It was actually a very historic moment in state history, and so we will have a historic park with the highest emphasis on our Filipino community, but again and again, it's really about all of us and not one particular group. That was the most stridently stated by the people of Filipino ancestry. We had a presentation from an Eagle Scout family for restoring the memorial project area at the Kauaʻi Armory for Vietnam veterans. They did a beautiful job right there. We did something to refinance some of our general obligation bonds. So we basically saved money, did that. And then, let's see, we were looking at some real property tax pieces, but we decided to defer that. One of the things that we're working on, we're trying to figure out how to make it be such that when a property sells, that we could reassign the new tax category. That will make things easier, or even if we do it halfway through the year, but we did not feel that we had the right element there. And I would say that is basically what we did today. And it was a really good day, and I appreciate everybody who pays attention and is civic-minded. It's important to be watching the decisions that we make. We always appreciate whoever comes or testifies, and we thank you, the viewer, for just watching. So, Channel 53 on Hōʻike, and I appreciate you. That's our update for July 31st.
Hōʻike's president and CEO is Allegra Gaines. Administrative assistant, Leiko Someda. Production and education services by Roger Olson. Production and IT services by Max Richardson. With news and events producer, Trisha Allen. Hōʻike's board of directors include Chair Adam Reversi, Vice Chair Lexi Jones, Secretary Nathaniel Evslin, and Treasurer Jackie Kina. Additional directors on the board, Leah Iwohi, Lori Barrett, Rod Green, Teak Rubiano, and Taylor Young.